ponto de conferir um super video collection Madonna com alguns dos videoclipes que se tornaram clássicos. Mas você sentiu falta daquele que é o seu predileto. Você estava louco pra assistir, louca pra ver. Tudo bem, prepare-se, porque daqui a pouco tem outro video collection. Mas antes disso, a gente vai ouvir da própria Madonna. Madonna falando dela, da vida, sexo, censura, estilo de vida e muito, muito mais. Essa entrevista foi feita na época do lançamento do filme Na Cama com Madonna. Ela recebe Kurt Loder para um jantar, onde ela é o prato principal. E você está convidado, aproveita.
Thanks for coming over, Kurt. You're just in time for the main course. People think that being a star is about being fabulous, being in the spotlight, having your picture taken all the time and having everyone worship and adore you. Being rich, 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 having it all. And you know what? They're absolutely right. Take your shirt off.
Want to take it off?
Mm-hmm. I'm so desperate.
For what?
For some fun. It's all work.
Tour films, I think music tour films are always a cliche by now. You follow a band around. This is nothing like any other tour film that's ever been done, I don't think, since the Rolling Stones, maybe. Did you start out to make this kind of movie, or did it just kind of evolve this way?
It evolved, yeah. We started out just wanting to basically document what we were doing on stage and get some backstage footage to sort of, you know, shoot some black and white backstage stuff to cut away and give you a sense of being on the road, you know, but then I got more interested in the backstage footage, so...
The backstage took over, right?
It absolutely took over. I mean, and my rationalization for that was that I thought it is a live medium. Yeah. You know, most people will already have seen the show that want to see the show, and to try and really fully capture that completely, I think you'll always sell it short, so let's concentrate on the backstage stuff, because that certainly was more interesting to me, and I mean, we didn't really know exactly what we were doing, but...
When you were watching the rushes, or if you're watching the footage of this and you see yourself in it without makeup and you're wearing this little shower hat and stuff, did you think, gee, should I be doing this? I mean...
No, I said, ooh, I look really grody good.
Why would that be good?
Well, because everybody has a preconceived notion about me, you know, because I love to be glamorous and stuff, but, I mean, to show other dimensions, you have to sort of be willing to get down to the nitty-gritty, undressed, so to speak.
Do you want to talk at all off camera? You have nothing. She doesn't want to live off camera, much less talk. There's nothing to say off camera. Why would you say something if it's off camera? What point is there of existing?
Do you think this is a totally honest movie, the way it's come out?
Totally honest.
Is there anything you've held back at all?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, but there's no way that you could have seen every aspect of my life in 2 hours. I mean, the camera, even if the camera followed me around for my entire life, you know, how can you ever really completely know me? But even a lie is very telling. So, you know, I'm not one of those people that think, oh, they know that the camera's on, they're not telling the truth. I mean, if you go into a psychiatrist's office and you say, you know, you sort of change the truth a little bit, or you make, you know, or whatever, there's still something revealing about that. Even a performer who's actually on stage performing, there's something revealing about their persona, their personality, their character.
We don't meet a lot of your family in here. We know you have one brother on tour with you. He's an artist, but we meet Martin, your other brother, in this. And he turns up, and he's sort of trying to convince people that he's pretty tight with you, too. It's not entirely convincing.
Well, he's a bit of a con artist. That's the charming thing about my brother.
But then you're telling us, the security guy, if he turns up with his entourage watching because my brother's crazy, and then he turns up late and you've gone to bed, and this is all being filmed.
Well, about 5 hours late.
Well, he has to crawl out with his tail between his legs and his friends with him. It's so touching, you know.
But that's life, isn't it? I mean, I wanted to show a slice of my life, and that's part of my life. And in a sense, that is a microcosmic sort of display of my relationship with my brother. I mean, I adore my brother, you know, but he's a real con artist, and in a way, he's a great actor. It's very entertaining.
Has your father gotten used to the fact now? I know he's saying in the film, he's objecting to the sexy parts of the show and says, I know, it's arty.
Dad, I'm not getting racy. I've been racy.
I know, but can't you tone it down a bit?
What, for you?
Yeah.
No, because that would be compromising my artistic integrity.
Well, of course. You undressed in this performance?
No.
Oh, God.
Of course they don't.
Has he gotten used to the fact that you're sort of flaunting your boobs all over magazines and stuff?
I think his, you know, his kind of protesting of it, you know, is almost like a reflex more than a... Because I know he expects it of me now, and he doesn't, you know... Well, it was a little, you know, it was a little racy in some sections. Well, you know, I mean, he would never be specific with me. And like, oh, yeah, right, Dad. And then we go on to the next subject.
Yeah. Why did you decide to go to your mother's grave site? That seemed like maybe pushing it. I'm sure some people will feel that's pushing things too far to take a camera crew to your mother's grave. I mean, do you think it was tasteless? Or?
Why? What's tasteless about it? My mother's death is a big part of my life.
Yeah, but taking a camera crew there, I think people might say, well...
Well, they would probably think, if they were offended by that, then they would think that the interview with my friend Moira and my brother Martin and all the other really revealing things would be, I would think they would find the whole thing offensive.
Do you think some of your fans might? I mean, your fans go down to, I'm sure, 12 and below, no doubt. Do you think this is a movie for all of them? You think everybody should see it, or should it just be... It's an R-rated film now.
It's an R-rated film. I think that teenagers could certainly see it. Beneath the age of, what, I don't know, like 13 or something, I would, you know, I think it would be good if if a kid like insisted they wanted to see it, that their parent was there to make sure to explain things to them that they didn't understand. Yeah.
Kevin Costner also crops up in this. I thought it was really hilarious. I mean, is he aware that his little vignette in here is going to be in the movie?
Yeah, he knows it.
How does he feel about that?
I don't know. I haven't asked him. But do you have his phone number? I mean, we could call him up right now.
Well, maybe afterwards.
No, I don't, you know, I don't, I know I'm making fun of him to a certain extent. I'm basically, you know, I think Kevin has this sort of real Jimmy Stewart, aw shucks kind of image, you know, and you know, I just was teasing him about it, and I certainly wouldn't feel comfortable about showing that scene in the movie if I didn't make fun of myself constantly throughout the whole movie, so.
Yeah. There's a vignette in the film which shows a gay pride parade in New York, and has Queer Nation is in there. I wonder if you're aware of the group in New York that is now putting out posters that say "Absolutely Queer," and they'll have a picture of a very hot young actress or a very well-known
outing.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think of that practice?
I think it's a tough one. You know, I think, you know, it's an explosive issue, really. You know, on the one hand, I can see their point of view, the people that want to out people, and saying, you know, if people in powerful positions would come out and say they were gay, then the masses, or the people that don't understand, or the people that have prejudice against homosexuals and gay lifestyles or whatever, would see, you know, would get rid of their stereotypes that gay people are, you know, perverts or whatever, you know. If you know, a handful of powerful people would just have the courage to come forth, I think that's their point, you know, and saying, but on the other hand, the other side of the argument is, you know, I'll come out when I'm ready to come out, or I'll say my sexuality or my sexual preference is nobody's business. You know, I mean, there's two sides of the story.
I think that dominates the argument, though, doesn't it? I mean, people have a right to say what they want when they want to say it.
Yeah.
And also, how do you know these people are gay?
People do have the right to say what they want to say. It's unfortunate that there aren't more outspoken people on gay rights, you know, that are in powerful positions.
Yeah.
You know, that's the unfortunate aspect of it. And it's unfortunate that saying somebody's gay is such a frightening thing in the world today, that it's such a frightening concept, you know.
No doubt to some extent because of AIDS, I would imagine.
Absolutely, right? Because of AIDS, yeah.